I was able to play one of the insider sessions of XDefiant, the new game coming out by Ubisoft. And overall, I was pretty positive about it. But before I get into anything deeper about this, I need to let y'all know this is not my footage in the background. This is content creator footage provided by Ubisoft due to an NDA. I cannot show any footage that I have captured, nor was I allowed to capture any footage during this insider session. But I'm actually making this video because Ubisoft was able to release some footage, so thank you for that. Overall, I was really impressed with what I saw. Nothing felt too strong or too weak aside for a few things which I'm going to talk about now. In particular, there is the Far Cry faction, Libertad, it's on Far Cry 6 if I remember correctly, and they are absolutely just way too strong. They have this ability called the Biovita boost, where you can just overheal anybody around you to have 20 more health and instant health regeneration, and it's insanely strong. There were multiple instances on particularly, I think if they called it, it's a payload equivalent, where the entire enemy would just consist of Libertad with whatever, like, gun, AR, or SMG was the best for damage output, and it was not fun. But those ARs in particular were like two of the strongest, which was the ACR and the MDR, which are just absolutely they just melt through everything. So combine damage sponging with high DPS, it just was not fun to play. And during all of this, I was thinking to myself, you know, it would actually be really nice if we can get like a smoke grenade. A smoke grenade would actually be pretty cool to like set up some visual blocking for sight lines. You could be able to help a teammate or move closer or try to discourage attackers from pushing, things of that nature. For instance, we're talking about grenades, I could talk about how grenades just, for most of the time, just not feel very consistent is the word I'm going to use. Half the time, grenades would actually go further than they were supposed to, but another half the time, grenades would just hit an obstacle that was not present, like a literal invisible wall. If I tried to throw something over a roof, there was no indication that it couldn't go over, and it would just fall on the ground next to me. I never died from this, but I did take a good lot of damage from it, and it was not a very enjoyable experience. And on to what I believe is probably the single weakest faction from this Insider Alpha was unfortunately DedSec, which is the Watch Dogs faction. There's just, yeah, it's really, really hard to get use out of any ability or ultimate that they have. The only thing I could even try to get work was like the spider drone, and that only locked like one person in place for like a short amount of time. It just felt really cheap. So I hope they do something to encourage, you know, actually playing the DedSec faction and not playing the Libertad faction like barely as much. So that basically concludes everything I had to say on that, and when it does come out, I'm kind of looking forward to it, because it seems like it would be a very fun game to be playing.